Welcome. Welcome to Watching with Styles. Um, man, there's a lot going on. Honestly, I am so into this WNBA game. I'm watching that. I'm trying to keep tabs on the the Steelers. The Steelers Jets game. Don't understand why the Steelers starting Russ, but sometimes politics are politics. But as I tweeted out, uh, I'm giving the first 30 minutes to y'all. If y'all come on, if not, I will go crazy on my own because I got a lot of stuff to address. Because right now, I'm not sure how this shit's gonna get fixed. DJ said, "I'm here, bourbon poured, ready to take my beat." Like, no, AJ, it's no beat. Hey, AJ, I've been where you are more times than I can count, and I really, honestly, this is the first time for a guy who lost 12 games in a row. Go ahead, Fee. Lost 12 games in a row. In all those 12 games, I never thought going into the game that we were going to lose. And this is facing Florida in the swamp. Always felt optimistic that it is possible. Ooh, bad call. It is possible. Y'all, I'm put a pin at y'all. If y'all are not watching this WNBA final game, y'all are slipping. So, AJ, this was the first time in a long time that I felt like I didn't feel positive about it at all. And not because of the talent, but because of what has transpired the last few weeks. And I'm gonna say this for me, mostly on defense, because some of that stuff that was happening early was great, but then smoke and mirrors happened, and I didn't think Stu cannot shoot free throw. I didn't think what happened Saturday was gonna be as drastic, but I didn't feel good about it. Lake Dog, who decides personnel on the field and substitution? Oh my gosh, Stewie missed both. Oh shit. Um, 33 seconds left, y'all. If y'all care, Minnesota's up 60-58 on the road, playing in New York. Brianna Stewart could have won game one. She missed free throws. Brianna Stewart could have tied the game up. She missed both. Eesh. Who decides personnel on the field and substitution? OC. I don't know, Lake Dog. Everybody's different. For me, when I played, the position coach did. Now I I know in my case in particular, I'm not sure all cases, that one situation Coach Archer requested I go in, which I don't know how that went through, but I know Archer came to me and said I was in. So I'm sure that the coordinator can change, but Coach Curry never got into it. So I don't know what Stoops' responsibilities is with that because he is a defensive coach. Maybe I don't know. But for when I played, the position coach made the decision. When I was in high school now, shit, I think the head coach made the decision more. Nah, well, the head coach was the offensive coordinator for 1 year. That's a good question. Now, high school, I'm not sure. I think it was a balance. I think I mean, I had position coach too, but I'm not sure. We lost 63-5 at Florida my junior year. Last night hurt, dude. AJ, last night hurt. Last night hurt, man. And this is why it hurt. And this is why, for me, I steer away from expectations. Because expectations leads to disappointment. So for me, it was I thought these guys would play better. And like I said, smokes and mirrors. Because I'm gonna just start with the secondary. They fucking suck. And that bothers me. Because I thought we made a turn, and that was an anomaly. That was a fluke. The Ole Miss game was a fluke. And that bothers me. Because we have not hit. There's positions that we have not hit on. We have not hit on corners. We have not hit on safeties. We have not hit on quarterbacks. That hurts. I just don't know what you can do. And you are grasping for straws right now. And if you don't have guys in the locker room, this snowball is going to get humongous. They might not win another game. And I know they have a game on the schedule that for sure they should win. But I played in a season where we fucking lost to Louisiana Monroe at home. And I know you say, I know Louisiana Monroe is a good team. Oh, did they call a foul? Did they really call? Oh, they're sending Stu back to the line. Is Stu going to miss these free throws? She missed the last two. But when things go bad and the leadership isn't strong, it can get ugly. Brian said we got biomass rush and we tackle like crap all game. Did Brad White lose the locker room? Here's my thing. And Brian, you are a coach. What does lose the locker room mean? Because if you lose a locker room, so to speak, I don't know what that means. Did you always have the locker room? Because if one bad instance causes the locker room to revolt, you never had it. My thing is this. I'm 99.99% sure that the locker room was an issue before the season. What's the challenge, AJ? I don't have volume on. Are they challenging it as a foul? Or they challenging it was a all ball? Are they trying to get a jump ball out of it? She was set. The hands came down. Hands came down, AJ. That's a foul. She doesn't have verticality. I'm calling a foul. I think that's a good call. If her hands stay up, I don't think it would be a foul. But her hand crossed the verticality. The defense looked. See, this is AJ. This is what happened. AJ said the defense looked outmatched, and I didn't think that would happen at all this season. Again, no accountability. They completed seven passes. Nobody's showing emotion. So here's the thing. AJ. If you really look at the game, this defense, all good defenses are, unless you are a blitzing team who plays man all the time, you don't give up big plays. When that guy, when Lagway was like 4 for 11 or something for 100 and some yards, I'm like, come on, are you serious? It makes no sense. We don't give up big plays. Somebody asked about playing soft. I'm like, and underneath cover and completing underneath passes. They completed one pass at that time for 4 yards. The rest was 50, 40, and 48. I remember that. 50, 48, and 40. Ridiculous. Mm-mm-mm. Locker room was part of the reason Cohen left his second time. Wade must have some inside information because he's saying that like he knows something. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm not saying I couldn't. But I would not coach college football. If in 10 years someone asked me to coach on a next level and a college coach asked me to coach and a pro coach asked me to be let's say an analyst, not even a coach, just an analyst. And the analyst job is paying me good money. But let's say analyst job is paying me $30,000 less. I'll take the analyst job. I'll take the analyst job. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. It's these kids, at least in the right high school, like for me, the right high school for me is where I'm at. This is not we have a borderline D1 player and just a bunch of just guys who play football. I can deal with that because I feel like I know that we can coach them up with none of the peripheral things that the other schools have to deal with. Even though we still fucking deal with it, like there are still delusional parents out there, but it's not at the level as other situations that I know of. So I would rather deal with this until I get like I don't want to coach anymore than deal with the other side. And if I have to deal with prima donnas, I'd rather deal with prima donnas on the NFL level, whom pretty much all of those guys have a skill set. If you're in the NFL, you got a skill set. Now it's just, honestly, NFL to me, it's like a glorified babysitting a position. I am giving you the information. Now you got to perform on Sundays. I mean, that's pretty much it. There's only so many things that you can do in the football. 90% of these guys already know it. So Wade said no inside information. Haha. I'm just connecting dots. Okay. Look. I've heard many reasons, and I think all of them are valid. Um, who was it? Some a writer wrote something today. John Clay, was it Clay that wrote something about the offense? Here's the deal, man. The worst thing that could have happened was, in my opinion, was Stoops firing Eddie Grant. What's going on with Ball County? I get two comments about Ball County. I don't, and they just named the name, and somebody said number one. Um, we had an identity. We had an identity. It's like the military schools. They have an identity. They have not steered away from it. So with the I don't know, the vibrations, the whatever going on outside the room, I think wasn't warranted. All right. I'm not sure if you go through, here's the thing, you go through a couple bad years. Not even bad years. You go through a couple years that people are not happy about. So fucking what? Look at some of these other programs. No one's progress is linear. And that's what bothers me. You go, what we go? We in 10-3. Then we had the next year, then we had the COVID year. And now everybody wants it to change. So the COVID year, because we played a entire SEC schedule, now people looking at it like, this is. Were we going to be an electric team? No. But the identity was the identity. The standard was the standard. The type of players that were recruited and invested in the program was a certain type of individual. So then when you start trying to be something outside the framework of your system, now you are where you are. You are where you are. And to be honest with you, I get it because fans was starting to get pissed. But the standard was the standard. Now fans are pissed again. So what's the fucking difference? Here's the deal with the coaching. Offensively, Bush has no rhythm. Hold on. I said I was going to give y'all 30 minutes. I'm going to talk over y'all. I've heard a big gripe Liam had was the inmates were running the asylum. Service already. No. So that is something that Satu's younger sister is gonna win a championship before her. If you don't know you don't know women's basketball, I'm sorry for saying that. But Satu is a baller, and her sister is I think a couple years younger, and she plays for the Liberty, and she's making some damn plays tonight. And Liberty are 3 minutes away from winning their first championship. That's been so God. But here's the deal. This is what I want people to really understand. I want people to really grasp this concept. The inmates have been running the asylum for a long time. Because here's the deal. Great teams are player led anyway. Great teams are player led anyway. See, the problem is when cancer infiltrates the asylum and the inmates are infected by it. There's not enough inmates to man up or to extract the cancer. When you get to college, you are becoming a young man. This is not high school where someone wakes you up, someone drives you to school, or you ride a bus. Someone when someone picks you up from school, when you get home, someone asks you, your parents or guardian or sibling, oh, how's school? Did you have any homework? Have you completed your homework? How was school? Nah, these ain't nobody got time for that shit. So it becomes a time where you gotta man up on the court, off the field, off the court, all that. You gotta man up. And if you don't, you won't be able to live out your dream. So, in all honesty, here's the thing with Liam is that, in my opinion, players were not, good still, were not required to do certain things. And I know this prior to Liam coming there. This has been an issue even in 2018. I know stories from players of 2018, 2017. This is how Mark Stoops runs his program. See, the thing about it, though, is there's no gripe when you're winning, when it's working. See, but also those players had guys on that team that man up. There was guys on that team like Benny Snell, Josh Allen, who had a chip on their shoulder because they were not highly recruited, and they thought they should have been. There were guys on that team that were football players, like Honey Badger, Mike Edwards, like Big Q. They were football players, like that whole offensive line, Drake and Landon and Kennard and Fortin. Like, there were some dudes on. There were some, like when I came here in '93, there were some assholes on that team. They didn't care about being liked. They didn't care about all the other bullshit that goes along with being a football player on a big campus. See, now you have too many guys worried about all the bullshit. That's the problem. Cohen doubled his salary by going to Tampa. That doesn't matter to me. He was making $1 million, and then he went to 2. Totally agreed. Lake Dog culture. Boyd County, #1 in the state in football, 13 in the whole country. Okay. Football rankings for the country is such bullshit. I'm sorry, that's none against Boyd County, but how do you know who's the best fucking high school teams in the country? And I'm sorry, UK Wildcat Sports Channel. Kentucky football is not something to brag about having the best teams in the country. I'm just sorry. Same, I don't get it. Everyone wants continuity, but then want the guy fired. Hey, we can't fire Stoops even if we wanted to. We don't have the money. How do you know that, UK Wildcats? I'm sure there can be something worked out, I think. I've been saying to friends, I'm going to say this. I personally think Stoops will bow out gracefully before just staying here just to stay here. That's what I feel. Because right now he has no answers. And he's in a football family, and I think there's a level of respect for the sport and for the coaching profession that he won't just stay in just to stay in. I know for some, you're looking at $40, $50 million that you're like, how the hell would I leave? I think there's a different level to this thing from other people. I'll just say this. This school has done a shit ton for that man. They gave him his first job. They gave him what he wanted. They extended his contract. Like, he doesn't owe the program anything, but he owes the program. If you get my drift. I've been saying to my friends, our current personnel does not match our identity. J-Des don't have dudes on the O-line. It would be like running Hypo System in 2020. I want y'all to understand this, and I say this all the time. I think it's overstated about how talented that we are. Are we a talented program? Are we a talented team? Damn sure. Are we more talented than teams in the past? More talented than modern day history of UK football? Probably so. Probably those mid 70 teams, 76, 77. They might have something to say, but in modern day history, for sure. But I want y'all to continue to understand this. We had one recruiting class that was in at that time half of conference. That was ranked 6. All the other recruiting classes have been ranked 11 or 12. I want y'all to understand that. All the other recruiting classes have been ranked 11 or 12. Have we closed the gap? Sure. But we still at the bottom third in talent level. So I want y'all to understand. People gonna say I'm crazy. We have one difference maker on a team. No, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say borderline difference maker is Max Hairston. That's it. Dion is not as dominant as he can be. I'm sorry. I've thought this since day one. The guy is a good talent, but he doesn't dominate games. I don't give a fuck if they triple team you. Guys who dominate. He doesn't. Guys who are elite players don't disappear in big games. They just don't. So for all this, we have, oh my God, with the talent on the field, Florida still has, if you look at the recruiting rankings on paper, has more talent than us. That doesn't mean they should have won that game, but I'm like, how are we losing? People say, how are we losing with this talent? It's like, it's a little bit overstated. Stoops has done so much for this program, we shouldn't even consider firing. Look, man, see, this is what firing. I don't think firing is going to happen. I think there will be a mutual separation. There will be a mutual agreement that that this is it. And there will be a conversation, and all that the important figures should have a conversation and say, okay, how can we amicably separate? And I think that's how it's going to be. We have never been able to replace the leadership square Fortner brought to east side of the ball. Look, y'all, Square. Y'all heard me say this. I've said this on many programs. How I feel about Square. I think D-Jack could be that. I'm not sure he wants that. I want y'all to understand, if you've ever been a leader, manager, just a leader of a team of people, and not just of 2 people, more than 5, it's difficult to lead your peers. Not CEO, but just like a manager. Let's say you were one of the group, and then all of a sudden your manager left, and then they picked you to be the next leader of the group, and you have become friends with all those people, and now all of a sudden you are thrust to the leadership role, and responsibilities change, and therefore friendship change. It can be a bitch. The way Stoops runs this program, you have to have leaders on the team, but within it, you can run a program like that way. For example, you have guys who are not portal guys. And honestly, I think portal guys, if you come in here the right way, you can lead the team too. You just a group of young men. Here's the thing about today's society with that is kids know everybody. When I played, I had no idea who the fuck some of these other players were. Didn't know nothing about them. All I know was I'm playing Hines Ward against Georgia. I've watched his tendencies. When he changes feet at the line of scrimmage, he runs an out route. When he does this, or when he does this, he likes to run. But knowing him on a pseudo personal level, even know what he likes and don't like, because I'm an Instagram friend with him, like, it's just different. That's why it's different. Like, I didn't play 7-on-7 on the same regional team with him. Like, that's why kids are different now and athletes are different, pros are different now, is because they play AAU basketball together, they play 7-on-7 football together, like all this stuff, and there's a bond that creates. It's hard to, on the program where the linebackers will say shit like, you killed my mom or whatever, I'm coming, like that kind of stuff. You can't do that now because you know too much about everyone. I think you can be a leader from the portal. You just got to come into the locker room the right way. You just can't demand being a leader. You got to work yourself into a leader. You got to practice yourself into being a leader. You can't just demand it from day one. People with a certain type of aura automatically becomes lead. People gravitate to them. Those are leaders. You don't have to say, pound your chest, I'm going to be a leader. No, man. Leadership comes to you. Leaders, just like all this shit about certain characteristics can be made, leaders are born. Now, some of those born leaders don't want to be a leader, but either you have it or you don't. There's a lot about being a leader that's not pretty. Because unless you're on a team that's just going to win all the fucking time, there's going to be a point in your time as a leader where there's adversity, and it's going to show how good a leader you are. Period. What's up, Kendrick? Lonnie Johnson. I'm sorry, Benjamin. I don't know what you're saying about Lonnie Johnson. Difference maker, Lonnie Johnson. If that's what we're talking about, difference maker, Lonnie Johnson was not a difference maker. I'm sorry. None against Lonnie Johnson. Lonnie Johnson had one damn interception in his whole time at Kentucky, and that was in the damn bowl against Penn State. So when I'm talking about difference maker, I'm talking about guys who make plays, like game-changing plays. Lonnie Johnson didn't make a game-changing play in his time at Kentucky, in my opinion. Darius West was one of the dudes who was having problems being. If I don't like to put business out because I don't know, because it's not from me seeing a situation, it's from somebody else's mouth to my ears, but it's from multiple people's mouth to my ears. So I believe that the situation is accurate, but I'm not going to put the kid's business out in the street. But Darius West was a problem when he was at Kentucky. He had issues. And here's the thing. We all had issues going to college. That's the great thing about college football is there's so many different cultures, so many different environments, upbringings, and so many different life situations that are blended into one team. And the ones who do it the best are the ones who win more games. Stoops seems miserable. He may leave sooner or later on his own. He has been vocal about NIL bullshit. Aaron, I wouldn't be shocked that it's either this year or next. I wouldn't be shocked. I'm going to say this. There is nothing else, in my opinion, that he can do to solidify his imprint on this program. It's solidified to me. I don't give a damn what happens the rest of the way. He can go, what are we now? We 3-4, right? He can go 3-9. How many games played? 12, right? He can go 3-9. Don't win another game this year. It does not affect his legacy. Now, it affects that he fucking ended on a bad note, but his legacy is his legacy. If y'all want to fucking talk about how people end, that's bullshit. He brought this program to a level that we never would have expected, and it wasn't a fluke. So, I honestly think that he has no answers. That I believe that if it happens, he needs to do it sooner than later. I believe he should give this administration, this program that he gave so much to, time to find the next guy when he decides to leave. I can't believe the Liberty won. So the Liberty won. Um, I look, Minnesota to me. I don't like to say they deserve to win, but the way they played, they were some dogs. I feel bad for Fee and C. Will and McBride because they played their ass off. I like a team who plays hard nosed defense, and they gave the Liberty all that they could handle. Oop, where am I? We built him everything he ever wanted. We gave Mark Stoops everything, but if you don't give him everything, we would have never won 10 games. See, right? I think people have it the wrong damn way with how this works. A lot of people want to see the results before you give the resources. It doesn't work that way, especially when you're in a bad situation that we are at Kentucky. I don't think y'all understand how difficult it is to win at Kentucky. I just don't think y'all get it. There's so many things that you have to fight against to win at Kentucky. We have no advantage. We have zero advantage. And then you're in a conference with teams like Georgia, Alabama, LSU, the Lawyers in Jackson, Mississippi, uh, the all money in Texas. It's hard to beat that. And don't then you got to deal with the talent level of your base. So Texas not only has big time money, they have big time talent. Bottom third in the SEC from rankings. We're in the bottom third in everything. Now we're in the bottom third with with the record. I think we beat UF with Harrison. I don't think so, John. I really don't. I wish I could say so. I don't think we do. I think I am a religious person. Um, Great grandfather was a pastor. Dad is head deacon. Um, uh, uh, Grandmother deaconess, like all that stuff. I'm embedded in the church. I am a religious person. I think things happen for a reason. I don't know why it's happening to us now. Maybe it's a direction of marking the end of an era with Stoops, the end of the era of something, because this is a shock to me. I He stops half those big throws. Um, I I say that's false, John. I, I I'm gonna say this: they wouldn't have thrown to him. They would have. Here's the thing: if he's out on the field, Florida's game plan is different. So you just can't put him on the field and take off the guy who fucked up on the big plays. Agree. Auburn is worse than us. Has been and looked at the class they are bringing in. Auburn is worse than us and has been and look at the class they're bringing in. Well, what's their class ranking, Ben? I'm not sure. What's up, John? John, why you saying hey now? You already damn infiltrated yourself into the comments, and now you issued 3, 5, 6 comments. Then you gonna say hi? Then that's the opposite way. That's why coaching is so important. We're never going to out talent this team. If if I love these people. No shade to you, Scott. Is when y'all think someone has outcoached someone, it's the biggest fallacy of fallacies. I don't know how else to say it because I'll say this. I'm gonna say this. When I was at Kentucky, we had maybe one of the best defensive staffs in the conference, and we still didn't win games. We went 1-10. Coach Archer was a past head coach at LSU. He was a linebacker coach at NC State. I don't know these are the stops I know. He became defensive coordinator for us, and we were stellar. If you look at our defensive numbers, we were stellar. Then he went to Pittsburgh Steelers. When he left, Rick Smith became defensive coordinator. He was defensive coordinator of Tulane when Tulane went undefeated. He was the coordinator, I think, at Cincinnati, the coordinator at East Carolina. The guys can flat out coach. If you think that the talent on the field doesn't matter on this level, now you can outcoach someone in high school. I'm going to tell you this. The high school staff I'm on, they outcoach the majority of the teams that we play. Flat out. No doubt about it. I've had people come up to me and say stuff about the staff, how we coach, how they have been on other sidelines, and it's not like our sideline. It's no doubt about it. When you get to this level, it ain't no fucking out coaching. I want y'all to feel this. Feel me on this one. And I say this all the time. Coaches don't forget how to coach. So, Josh Heupel, when Hendon Hooker was the quarterback, was putting up 50 points a game. He was putting 50 on Bama. What has happened to them now? Did he forget how to coach? They haven't scored over 20. I'm going to say 24, but I could be wrong. I know it's 20-something. They haven't scored more than 20 points on a team in the conference this season at all. And last year, they were in the 30s and 20s too. So, did Heupel forget how to coach offense? Or are the guys on the field unable to execute this offense like the guy previous who was putting up 50-plus points? Is Auburn more talented than us? Is Hugh Freeze a better coach than Stoops? Is URL more talented than us? Is Brom a better coach than Stoops? Is Hugh Freeze a better coach than Stoops? You tell me. Because if you're telling me that Auburn doesn't have more talent, then I will argue with you, because I'm pretty sure Auburn's talent on paper is better than ours. I'm going to go to rivals right now and tell you. I'm going to give you the numbers. In 2024, Auburn was 8 in the conference. Nope. That's all teams. I'm going to go SEC alone, which probably they still, when you're dealing with all conference, they still. In 2024 class, Auburn is ranked 3rd in the conference. Auburn got 1 5-star, 15 4-stars. That's 2023. When did Hugh Freeze get there? Let me type that in so I can have accurate information. Hugh Freeze got to Auburn in 23. So 23, Auburn was ranked 7th in the ranking. That was his first year. This past recruiting class, they were 3rd. The class after that, this 25 class, they're ranked 4th. Now let's see what he inherited. Auburn was ranked in 2022 was the first class. We did beat them in 2022. In 2021, they were 8th. Still better than us. In 2020, 2020, would they be playing? 2020 really wouldn't. Yeah, I guess 2020 could play with the damn COVID year. So, yes. Does Auburn have more talent? Yes. U of L. Now I got stuck. U of L. Louisville. Let's see. I'm sorry for y'all who are tuning in for the breakdowns. I'm answering questions. Louisville, no. Louisville probably doesn't have more talent than us. And that's probably why we'll beat them how many times in a row. Well, Louisville did have a better class than us in 2021, 2022. Wait a minute. Did I pass up Louisville 2022? No, 2022, Louisville did not have a better class than us. They had a bad class because it's not even in the top 20. 2023, Louisville doesn't have a better class than us. So we have more talent than them. Is Vandy, do they have better coaches? Do you think Vandy have more talent, better coaches? I would say they have neither. I think Vandy on that day played better than us. That's the same way when we beat Florida. Did we have better players and better coaches when we beat McIlvain? Probably not. But on that day, we played a better game. Players decide the outcome of the game. The players on that day, in that Vandy game a couple weeks ago, we should not have lost. Pavia is a bona fide leader. Vandy is better led. Pavia transferred. Thank you, John. That's the thing. Your performance, your effort, how you carry yourself every day, what makes a leader. We don't have that. Thank you, AJ. Not talking about the talent level more so. See, now I'm late, y'all. Shit. I'm so behind. I'm talking about talent level more so. Does the way you recruit, master program identity. Kentucky identity was built through the O-line. See, now here's the deal, swole guy. See, that's a problem. Our identity was built on, don't say the O-line. Because we were very fortunate during that time with Kentucky, the state of Kentucky, producing some high quality offensive linemen. Just remember that. Then you had Slaughter, who's from Kentucky, who's a legend in Northern Kentucky. He was able to get those players. See, now there's not a high level of O-linemen in the state of Kentucky. O-linemen are hard to recruit anyway. I'm going to tell you that right now. Give me a second, y'all. All right, I'm sorry. O-linemen are a problem now in football. They are not developed on the lower levels like they used to. You are not producing O-linemen like you used to. So the better O-linemen are going to the better programs. You only have, in my estimation, you might have 6 good O-line teams in the country and everybody else is meh. Pavia's probably leading on and off the field, but he also came over with. See, that's the thing that y'all are missing with Pavia. Is that this is Vandy's, and this is the hardest thing to grasp. Vandy is taking advantage of everything working to their advantage. And that says a lot about Clark Lea. Is he hired the entire New Mexico State offensive staff. He hired the head coach, the offensive coordinator, the line coach, the tight end, I think, was a former quarterback, and their quarterback, who's been in that system for 2 years, so he knows the system. It is easier to teach everybody else the system than to teach the quarterback. When a quarterback knows it, he can direct everybody else. If I'm in a huddle and I call North, Zoom, 34 lead, whatever, and the offensive tackle says, "Hey Van, what do I have on that?" As a guy who's been in the system, I know what you have. That's the advantage of having a quarterback who knows the system. It's big, it's huge, and they brought the same system he's been in. The continuity, even though it's on a new team, the continuity is the continuity. Give us Summerall. I want y'all to understand, and this is no shade on Summerall. Summerall has not beat a big team yet. I think Adam Luckett said this in a group chat I was in, and it makes total sense. You have to hire him because that's the biggest name coach that Kentucky can slam dunk hire. He's a former guy. He's a former player here. I think he loves the university, and he will come back here because he understands. It's kind of like Mark Pope. I think he's the best coach that you can get because we have an inherent advantage over everybody else. Does the probation we're on void Stoops buyout? The probation? What probation we're on? I don't know the probation. Is that for the swimming guy or whatever? I don't know what probation we're on. What probation? Oh. No, you can buy him out. Stoops stepping down as opposed to being fired could help Vince stay around the program. Sure. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not sure if John Summerall comes back, anybody on the offensive staff stays. I think he might keep a lot of defensive staff, but I don't think there's anyone on the offensive staff he's keeping. And that's including Vince. Because here's the thing. One thing John Summerall can do is fucking recruit his ass off. I'm not sure Vince stays on if John comes back. That's true. I've said that. AD, I guess how I said. Stoops makes an excuse about NIL too much, adapt or leave. That's what you have to do. That's what I said about Tony Bennett. Either you're going to I said that on the Larry Glover show. You got to change. Vandy has no either, but they're doing just fine after being done. Big Cheese. Vandy's having one. Look, this is the shit that I want you. Vandy's having 1 year. Let's see what happens with Vandy next year. And the year after that. If Vandy wins 7 games this year, but then after Pavia and those guys leave and they win 3 games the next year, are you banging your chest? Oh my God, Scott, you let's give up football. Scott, is it hard for you to understand that in this conference that we are at a disadvantage? Is that just, you just can't say that shit? All right. I want you to understand this. How many different teams have won the conference title in the SEC? How many different teams has won a national championship in college football? How many different teams have made the playoffs in college football? If you think you go to, it's like, no, we better than them. Let's just go ACC. How many times has Boston College? How many times has North Carolina State? How many times has Duke? How many times has Wake Forest? How many times has Syracuse? Like there are way more teams that don't make it than make it. In the SEC, How many times have Arkansas? How many times have us? How many times have Vandy? Like, who else is in our conference? Shit. Florida, Mississippi State, Mississippi. Name the times. Just as many as us. You want to say we have made it 77, 76 to 50s. We have. But if you go since I don't even go to 2000. Let's go since 2010. It's been fucking Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Florida probably. On a consistent basis. But no, you can't say we have a disadvantage. Just like Arkansas has a disadvantage. Just like Mizzou has a disadvantage. Just like, honestly, Oklahoma has a disadvantage. The only thing that's helping Oklahoma is they in North Texas. But Oklahoma has a disadvantage. South Carolina sort of has a disadvantage. When the hell South Carolina have done anything? It's like it's you cannot say we should quit football because we have a disadvantage. Fuck, a lot of people have a disadvantage. Do you think Boise State has an advantage? Do you think let's go to some teams. Texas Tech? How about the school my son go, Rice? They in Texas and still can't win. Like, come on, man. It's like y'all just think we win 10 games and all of a sudden we're gonna be a national champion. Come on. For someone who doesn't make excuses, he made a hell of a lot in the last 3 years. All right. You're right. I don't know what y'all expect for him to say. Because here's the deal. He runs a player-friendly program. He's not going to throw his players on the bus. So I don't know what else he can do. When we say coach speak, a lot of that is coach speak. He has to protect the players. So he's got to say something. Because with all these, he's got to fucking interview. He's got to do the interview post game. He got to do the interview on Monday. He's got to do the interview on Friday. He's got to say something. Benjamin, I don't know what you want, man, unless we start recruiting the top. Look, Benjamin, this is the funny thing about it. Is I think Swole guy said bottom third in the SEC, but yes, but that should still be competitive, assuming they execute. See, that's the thing, right? If you are a top 2025 class, Swole guy, it doesn't matter when you're in the bottom third in the SEC. And that's the thing. We have been competing. See, that's why we have won 7 games the last 2 years, and y'all upset about it. Because we do have a decent class to be competitive. That's why we win the damn 4 non-conference games. How many times you see some of these big names lose these non-conference games against Northern Illinois, Michigan, right? Teams are caught up with his gimmicky offense. Scott, you are wild, bro. You are a wild man, and that's the thing. This is the monster Stoops has created. Because now there's expectations. Back in the day, the expectation was just make it to a bowl game. Now some of y'all, I know some guys who are in their 20s who only know 2018. That's 6 years ago. If you're 22, that's all you really remember. We're gonna go 1-4 the last game. There's a likelihood we go 0-5. And I'm not lying. I'm not saying we're gonna do it, but right now, the way this team is playing, the way they're not playing as a unit, it can get ugly. I wouldn't be shocked if they went 0-5. I wouldn't be shocked. And I would not be shocked if they went 0-5. What big team did Stoops beat what big team did Stoops beat when he got the UK job? Did he not beat a 9-win Florida team? Did he not beat Penn State team? Did he not beat an Iowa team? I'm just naming off the top of my head. I know McElwain team won 9 because the reason why I know they won 9 because I told people when they fired him, how can you fire a guy who won 9 games? So those are the big teams. And here's the thing. This is the shit that bothers me on top of that. I must be over now. Is that when we beat a team, now they suck. Vincent Summerall combo. I'm not down for that. I'm not down for that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, um, I'm gonna be honest with you on my show. I'm gonna be honest. Vince ain't worth the money that he's being paid, in my opinion. It weakens the salary pool for everybody else. I'm not sure. It's not. I'm not. I don't think he's worth the same amount of money you pay your coordinators. There it goes. I said it. Right. It's tough for Kentucky to get good old linemen, so maybe steer away from the pro style. They have continued to recruit skilled players. Look, here's the deal. You don't need a great old line to be successful. There are a lot of teams with with leaking old line who are pretty damn good. You don't have to have the greatest old line to be successful. We don't need the big blue wall to be successful. I'm gonna get back to what I was gonna say when I forgot I had to give y'all's y'all chance. Scott talking about freeze. Not losing to Murray, but 1-4 is on the table. AJ, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm not telling you, but I'm telling you. Just wait. Just let me see how we play the next few weeks before we get to Murray. Then I give you my thoughts. Murray is not off the table. Yes, we should not we should not lose to them, but the last 2 games I've been disappointed in the past. You could always call on a Stoops defense to play with physicality. I'm not seeing it. Mike, 100% right. There's context to that though, and I think guys are starting to short circuit. Here's what AJ can speak to this too. Here's what happens, y'all, on defense. As a guy who played on a defense when we didn't have an explosive offense, once a team scores on you, which every team is going to score on you, but once it gets to a point where you feel like it's going to be hard for our offense to come back, you start doing things outside of the framework of the scheme. You start taking chances. You start doing other guys' jobs because you're trying to make a play, because you're trying to get them into – you're trying to get the opponent behind the chains, and you get them behind the chains. Then there's a chance where you can get a turnover, get a fumble, get an interception. Like, you start doing things that you know you shouldn't do. Winning 7-8 games in the SEC 8 years in a row is impressive. Our lower status peers can't even say that. You said Summerall hasn't beat a Big Ten, downplaying him to UK. I asked what Big Ten the Stoops beats before. Oh, before. Stoops wasn't a head coach. And that's the whole thing. We took a fucking chance on Stoops. I would say this. Stoops got here in 2013 or 2012. Before Stoops was hired, I thought that was the dumbest hire ever. So, I know I had to go through a change. So, yes, same thing with Summerall. I'm not saying Summerall wouldn't be a good hire. I'm just saying a lot of y'all are just know he's going to be successful here. I'm not so sure about that. Can he be successful? Hell yeah. But a lot of y'all are thinking, in my opinion, maybe I'm misreading it, is that y'all think Summerall is going to take us to national championship level. as long as Georgia, LSU, Bama, those three teams, Texas, are in our conference, it's going to be hard for us to win the national championship. I don't want to say impossible because I never saw us winning 10 games, and nevertheless winning 10 games in 2 years over a 5-year span. I never saw that coming. So I'm going to never say never, but the likelihood of us winning a national championship, of us getting to the playoffs, unless they expand it even more, is highly unlikely. And that's the honest truth. That's just like the chances of West Virginia making to the playoffs is highly unlikely. The chance of Duke making it to the national championship is highly unlikely. The chance of Boston College making it to the national championship is highly unlikely. The chance of Rutgers making it to the national championship is highly unlikely. The chance of Maryland making it to the national championship is highly unlikely. The chance, all is not just fucking us. Like, it seems like some people make it feel like we're the only team that can. There's not a chance that Washington State. There's not a chance that Oregon State. Those are highly unlikely. It's highly unlikely. Everybody complain about what the working man makes, but nobody worry about the guy that walks to the mailbox for a living. You're right. You don't have to be great on the line, but they're downright putrid. I'm going to say this. The O-line is the reason why we lost. See, I just like how everybody wants to blame the O-line. The O-line is not the reason why we lost on Saturday. Shit. I'm trying to think. Are they even in the top 3? Are they even in the top 5? Shit, where do you put the O-line in the reason why we lost? Why you put the O-line in the reason why we lost the last 3 games? Because a lot of y'all saying the Georgia game, the O-line was doing so well. Why we down run the ball? Tulane is positioned pretty well to look good as coach. Tulane, look, so as a guy who's in the state, Tulane was not very good. Tulane had the year, like I said, when Coach Smith was there. That was, what, early 2000s? Willie Fritz brought that program to a point where I don't want to say that. Fritz has brought that program to a respectable level, and John Summerall caught it at a perfect time. Y'all go research Tulane's history. I'm going to tell you right now. Y'all go research Tulane history. I'm going to give y'all some numbers now, but y'all go research it and get back to me. And because I'm going to tell you right this, nobody wanted to go play for Tulane when I was coming up. So I'm going to say this. When I graduated in 93. So I was in high school in 89. Tulane won 4, 1, 2, 3. Then after 1, 2, 2. All right. Then they got Tommy Bowden, then they won some games. All right. Before Willie Fritz got there, Willie got there in 2016. The previous seasons were 3, 3, 7, 2, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 4, 2. That was before Willie got there. When Willie got there, they went 3, 4, 5, 7, 7, 6. Then they won 2. Then they won 12. Then they won 11. The last 2 years, they won 12 and 11. All right, y'all? So, Coach Summerall came in at perfect time. They started allocating funds to the program. They started doing, because I'm telling you, the Tulane facilities was horrible. Not long, people thought Neil Brown was going to be the next big thing. Bill Napier was viewed the same way Summerall is viewed now. Slam dunk. That's swole guy. Look, but I'm going to say this. John has a better chance because John understands Kentucky. Billy Napier did not understand Florida. Billy Napier didn't understand SEC either. John understands it. I think his transition to the position is easier than Billy Napier's to Florida. My expectation for the program, whoever will be next, will just be in the playoff conversation in November more often than not. That's going to be hard, man. I don't know what conversation means. Because now with Texas, so now you just add another team that's going to eliminate you from the conversation. I'm sorry. I'm putting Bama, LSU, Georgia, Texas, and when Oklahoma get that offense right, the line is low on the list when the quarterback struggle to make timely throws and read the coverage inexperience. Is that a crazy expectation, man? Or do I need to dial it back? Is that I would dial it back a little bit. Wait. Not a lot. I'll dial it back a little. We've never been as good as we are now. Bowl streak, winning season, talent levels. Why would anyone think we should do better with a new coach? But here's the deal. Florida. Florida under Steve Spurrier was amazing. Florida under Urban Meyer was amazing. Florida under all the rest of the coaches have been meh, right? I don't know. You start bringing in a wrong coach for the area that you are in. You need a coach who understands your area. You need a coach that is willing to, in certain situations, ingratiate himself to the high school coaches. That, to me, is what some of the Florida coaches didn't do. That's why Mario Cristobal is doing better in Florida because he's been recruiting Florida for forever. And he's getting those players now. He's going to continue to get those players. And he knows the University of Miami. He played there. He coached there. He coached there prior to being the head coach. Now is what I'm saying. He knows that area. He knows the strengths and weaknesses of the program. He can sell the strengths and undersell the weakness. It's a damn commuter school. It's not the greatest situation to me for a football player. But they win. There's a lot of talent down there. And if he can just harness and hold all the talent in Dade County, Broward County, he can win just not even leaving the fucking the southern tip of Florida. And he knows the coaches because he's been recruiting there since day one. So all the coaches love him. So, all right. So here's what I would say. Shit, this is gonna be a long night, y'all. I don't know how long y'all gonna stay with me. All right. So, as I was talking about the offense, this is my gripe about the coaches. Is I've said this, I think before somewhere. I don't know Bush's rhythm with calling plays for us right now is all over the place. There's no rhythm to it. And Jeff Dickerson, jeez, I'm thinking of somebody else. Jeff Drummond said to me that I said it's disjointed. There's no rhythm to it. There's no timing to it. There's no tempo to it. Not just tempo to like getting play, like running plays in a certain amount of time. I'm just saying some tempo to his getting in and out of plays. Like a good play caller, as the play is being ran, he's looking at his next play. It doesn't seem like Bush is confident or trusting that accord. We are changing personnel too many times. We changing quarterbacks. It makes no sense. There's no rhyme or reason to it to me. And Jeff said not verbatim, something like it looks like he's just looking at his laminated card and just calling whatever play is there. There's no okay, this play sets up this play that sets up this play that will set up this play that will set up this. Oh, okay. That second play, they reacted this way. Let's go in this formation and run it. The same play. Let's see if we can get them on the edge because that defensive end kind of crashed down because he saw the tackle block down and he crashed and we feel like when we get to the perimeter, especially motion away from that corner's going to come in. Like those are the kind. Like there's no rhythm to it. That's what I mean by rhythm. There's no. We're going to run the first play we ran. Oh, we got him. We got him out of. We ran in 11 personnel trips with a closed tight end. We ran 3 wides to the right, tight end to the left, closed formation, and we were successful. Okay, well, what we're going to do now is we're going to run, I don't know what y'all call it, but let's say twins on one side, a tight end and receiver in the boundary, and we're going to motion the receiver to trips and run the same play. Or we're going to run doubles, 2 receivers on both sides, and motion the slot receiver to the trip side and run it and see what we can do because our O-line are able to get leverage, whatever it is. There's no rhyme. There's no rhythm and tempo to the play calling. We shouldn't have to sub in and out of personnels for the next play to be able to run a play. We should be able to go 12 personnel and run everything we want 4, 5, 6, 7 plays in a row without fucking changing personnel. That's a good point, Steve. I think I said he was in his bag one time, Steven. I think, but you're right. I can't say that was a definite. There's a rhythm, y'all. There's a rhythm to play calling. Play calling is such an underappreciated, underrated skill set. That's why it bothers me when an offensive coordinator who's been offensive coordinator for a couple teams, he finally gets his head coaching job opportunity and he gives up play calling. That's your skill set. Ain't too many people who can call. Look, I hate Tennessee, but the way Josh Heupel gets in and out of plays is amazing. Y'all can say what y'all want to say about Cliff Kingsbury. The way he got in and out of plays and scripted stuff is amazing. The way Steve Sark can get in, the way Lane Kiffin, like there are offensive coordinators that do things that are just is underappreciated. Shit, the Vandy OC, like the beauty of simplicity, but it seems like it's complicated. It's something that's underrated. Like football is football. Look, wing T is the foundation of football. Everybody's still running fucking wing T plays. It's just not all the wing T. Buck sweep is still being ran by every fucking team in the country. I'm sorry, AJ. I'm just being, look, I like schemes. I like Gus Malzahn. I like how he runs his system. That's another guy. Gus Malzahn won a national championship. I'm sorry. I know he was the OC. I know he's the OC at Auburn. But Gus Malzahn won that damn national championship for Auburn. Gus have coached at a shit ton of other schools. Went back to Auburn. Wasn't as successful. So you telling me that guy forgot how to coach? Or did it help that he had a damn unicorn at quarterback named Cam Newton? Hold on, shit. Let's even go back to fucking us. we were on Liam Cohen's jock like he was the best OC since they made OCs. When he had Wan'Dale Robinson. When he came back, he didn't have Wan'Dale Robinson. He had a little bit of an issue. I'm just saying, my test of a person is who they hate the most. If it's UT. All right. Sark made a statement on game yesterday, something to the extent of we don't run a lot of play. We just try to find out plays that work and run them. That is so AJ. That is so true. Now, here's the okay. So I was talking about. Hold on. So now I was talking about um Bush. So play calling, no rhythm to it. The other thing for me with Bush is having a quarterback that's on his seventh start. He's basically a freshman. I know he's not a freshman. He fucking played mop up duty for Jordan. He's a freshman. He hasn't seen. Patrick Mahomes has said in the past that the game is slowing down for him in the NFL. This is got to be what, his fifth, sixth year? And he's saying that the game still hasn't slowed down for him. You know why? Because he hasn't seen everything. The more reps you get, the more games you play, the more the game slows down. You know why the game slows down? It's because you have seen every possible way a defense can attack you. And if someone comes with a new way, it's still in the same conceptual look of what other teams have tried to do. It might be a little different, but it's still the safety coming down, the still single high, or maybe the corner going play half cover, whatever it is. You have seen it before, just with different people. So the game slow down because you don't panic. This guy has not seen everything. So the problem I have with Bush is he doesn't simplify things enough for Brock to start games. I was in camp with Kurt Warner with the Rams. I got stories. Trent Green was the quarterback. Rodney Harrison hurt him, and that's the whole Kurt Warner story. That's how Kurt Warner become Super Bowl champion, because of Rodney Harrison injuring Trent Green. But Kurt Warner's on Twitter, and Kurt Warner highlights how he hates the progression read for quarterbacks instead of simplifying for a quarterback. It is a simple thing. Let me see, y'all. I'm gonna go whiteboard. It's time sometimes. Like for me, there are simple route concepts that you can help a quarterback with that we probably need to go to, and it's just simple. It's like AJ knows them. It's just simple route concepts. Slant, arrow. You reading that guy. Smash route. It could be random anyways, but let's just run it this way. Corner route, hitch. You're reading that guy in cover two. Right? Like, or you can run the same thing with clear out. Let's bring this guy over here and run flood concept. You're reading that guy. If he goes deep, you throw it here. If he goes there, you throw it there. You know? Those are the simple concepts that you can give a quarterback a simple read. Read one guy, pitch and catch. If If this guy's playing soft, hitch it up. You can also run, if you want to push the ball down the field, clear out here. You can also, you want to push the ball down the field. I'm just running them out of doubles. High, low across the middle. Like, or you can go safety bites, that open, safety goes there. You gotta throw it to the linebacker. Like, those are the kind of simple things that you get a quarterback started with. Then you can fucking go to the complexity of your system. I just like to get a quarterback going. All right. I'm almost there. Y'all. I'm going to the film. What is it? I'm in shit. Almost hour and a half. All right. John, I never failed that test. What was that test? Oh, the UT test. If we have multiple ineffective OCs, where the blame lie? The head coach, the players, the OC. So, AJ. Have you not seen a group of talented people make an OC look great? Then that OC leaves that talented situation. He goes to another situation and then he sucks. Because for me, it doesn't matter what plays are called, as long as you execute. I mean, honestly, you look at the Florida game, shit, the guys were open. Shit, we had pass dropped, uh, bad passes on 3rd and 5, uh, bad overroute pass. Like, it's not like there are not shots there. We just don't fucking complete them. Jay, listen to, I think like 2 weeks ago, I'd be a good listen. Everyone can keep playing, complain about Bush, but can't just keep changing OCs every year. I would be there. That's JDT. Who is you? Are you? You're not Jeff Drummond, are you, JDT? I don't know who you are, but you're right. There's no continuity. That was the advantage of Eddie Grant. If you didn't like Eddie Grant, but you knew what the fuck you were gonna get. Can you bring up replay of Stu's maternity blouse? I want to know. Simple things, tight formation, shrink the rig. No, AJ, don't do that. Remember, when Skang did the tight formations, people didn't like that. Why are we doing such reduced formations? I try to tell people reduced formation are hard for a defense. But I'm like, don't go down that road. How about we run the fucking ball to this run? I'm not mad at you, Peanut. We were a 2nd and 10 almost every. No lies told there. Same way the defense didn't win on 1st down, the offense didn't. All right, let's give. Oh shit, A-Dub, and it's too late for you to be here, bro. I know that's not A White, bro. It's too. I can't believe you here at 11:30, and you got work tomorrow, brother. All right, y'all. We starting right now. It's late. We starting. See, now y'all about to see y'all brought up the wrong guy. So I thought about the coaches. The players are soft, entitled problems. And I'm telling y'all this because look, I have friends who coach other teams. This ain't just our problem. I appreciate you, JDT. I appreciate you. This is not just an us problem. I'm gonna tell y'all the biggest difference. I don't know if I said it here, but I said it somewhere. The difference between our problem and other problems is on Saturdays, those entitled, mentally soft SOBs play their ass off. That's the only difference. They are soft. They like to be coddled. They don't like to be yelled at. They crumble under adversity off the field sometimes. They don't go to class. DUIs, et cetera, et cetera. But when it comes to game day, they somehow focus and buckle down because they are football players. Period. That's not what some of our guys do. We don't have enough football players. And that comes back to Wilcox. AJ has said this on the locker Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, quite a bit when he's on, is that you got to sit them. I know he ain't said exactly, but that's what he's getting at. You got to sit the guys who are not doing what they're supposed to do. If you're going to go that route, you got to go that route. This Wilcox thing is bullshit. If you are a player's coach and you're going to give guys chances after chances and you're going to fucking play them, you got to fucking play them. You can't fucking half play them. You can't play them for only 10% of the plays because he only practice 10% of the time. If you only practice 10% of the time, his ass can't play. You can't be half in, half out. If he's the best fucking running back on your fucking team, and he is, but he ain't doing the shit he's supposed to do, but you playing him, you gotta fucking go all in. Because I'm gonna tell you, as a teammate, I'm pissed that he's playing, but I know he can ball. So I'm pissed that he's playing. So I'd rather be pissed that he's playing and fucking winning than I'm pissed that he's playing and why the fuck is he only playing 10 snaps, for example. If you're going to play him, play him. If you are going to play him, you have to play him. There's no, oh, he's only going to get 3 carries. That's bullshit. He should get no carries. 0, nada, zilch, or all the other words. He should get no carries if it's up to me. But once you give him 1, you got to go all in. You got to go all in. It makes no sense. He's the best running back on your squad, and you not giving him the carries. Peanut, stop, man. Stop, Peanut. So you sending mixed signals. So now you're sending mixed signals to everybody in the program. Oh, so he don't do this, he don't do that, he don't do that. He's still playing? Oh, shit, why? I'm not going to go to class then. Shit, I'm better than him. You are making the cancer bigger. You making the issues in the locker room greater. You making the entitlement issue, mentally softness, unable to do what you are asked to do, bigger. Either you fucking play him or you don't. It's that simple. If you're going to put up with the shit, you put up with the shit. Same way when I was growing up in Miami, Jimmy Johnson allowed a lot of shit to go on at University of Miami. He was all in. You can't change. You can't be half in. He was all in. He let them boys do a lot of things that the coaches at other schools during that time wouldn't dare let their players do. Jimmy leaned into it. This is what I'm gonna allow these guys to be themselves and be men, but as long as they are accountable and as long as they practice hard and as long as they do the stuff on the field, I'm gonna let it slide. So cut the bullshit. Wilcox should start. Well, I'm going overboard. I'm going overboard, y'all. Going overboard now. I'm sorry. I mean, somebody gotta rein me in. I need somebody. I need A White to rein me in. I'm sorry. DSK should start. He is balled out too. I'm sorry. I shouldn't. I overstepped my boundaries. Wilcox should get more than 3 carries. All right, we going through this quick, y'all, because we 90 minutes in. Y'all, this shit. I did a lot of plays, didn't I? This shit is. I just don't understand. So I want to show y'all. We did a little stunt. You see the stunt? You see the stunt? We did a twist here. Dion came here. We hit. Come over the top. The problem is, in all of this, is that no one contained the quarterback. No one contained the quarterback. There was no contain. There was zero contain. There was zero contain. Absolutely zero contain. And that's a problem. There was zero contain. None whatsoever. So it's mind-boggling because we played a quarterback that was mobile last week. So we should have known. What's up, JD? JD, you ain't missed shit. JD, you ain't missed anything, brother. I remember I said I was gonna give the people 30 minutes. That lasted, didn't last 30. It lasted almost an hour. Then I had my little thing. So yeah, Jay, that's what I'm saying. JD, you came at the perfect time. You knew. So no contain. All right. So now distribution was amazing. I'm gonna say this right now. Say this right now. After watching these games so many times, after watching this game a few times, there are 2 players on this team that deserve better than this. And one of them is him. He deserves better than this. He deserves more than this. He doesn't deserve this. The other guy, to me, as I was talking about, is DSK. I don't think he deserves it. A Van minute equals not. You might be venturing to 120 seconds. JD, I think it's more than 90. But I'll take that. JD, so Pittsburgh ended up winning, huh? So JD, I didn't watch. I was watching the WNBA. So how did Russ do? Was it worth Russ? Was it a difference? Cause I'm looking at the highlights now, and damn, it's 30-15. Ooh, shit. All right, DSK and D-Jack, they don't deserve this. Oh well, shit. So Russ was the difference. Russ, okay. I wasn't sure about that. So D-Jack is where he's supposed to be. He's under the route. So my thing is this: I'm confused, but it's good. It's just everybody does well here. All right, except you have no contain. You have no contain. So once he breaks the pocket, it's a problem. Now it becomes, we got to make a tackle. I don't think people understand that. I think it makes sense. From the top of the numbers to the sideline, it's 9 yards. 9 yards. If you force Big Nasty to try and run 9 more yards, the skill position player is going to beat him. All right. So if you reduce the amount of space he has to run, then he has a chance. Just imagine if Ty Bryant close this gap. Look, I'm gonna show y'all something. This is the shit that bothers me. Ty Bryant can't leave until he knows he's declaring a run. Okay, he's declaring a run. Ty Bryant is on the 30. Lagway is on the, I'm gonna give Lagway the 23. All right. Lagway is at a 25. Ty Bryant is on the 30. Lagway is at a 27. Ty Bryant is on the 30. He never closed down the gap to affect the angle. As a guy who could run the rock, when you close down this angle, when I come to you, in order to go outside, my angle has got to be here, not there. And that little change makes a big difference. So because Ty Bryant did not close the gap, he's going to get shook out his job. So see when he's at the 30, see now, as a running back, I can get you right downhill. See, as a defender, the more I make you go lateral, the more I have a chance to catch you right there. But when I give you space and angle, I give you the angle to shake me. Look at that. That's not even close because you went sideways and not downhill. Tacklers, high schoolers, on this level, I'm gonna say on this high school you can hunt tackles. On this level, you're gonna miss tackles. Trust me, because this guy here was the best player on this high school team too. So, as a running back, if you ask any good SEC running back, the first guy should not tackle. First guy should not tackle. So, if you come up here, close the gap, break down, and then force him to go this way, look at Big Silver. He's running with ill intentions. Look how close Silver is to Lagway. Look how close he is. If you would have been here and forced him to turn that way, that's a nasty collision. So, this is, I'm starting to realize this is hard. This is not common. You miss tackles, you play to your leverage, and you miss tackles away from your leverage. You don't miss tackles to your leverage. So Ty Bryant's leverage is outside. Force the runner to run inside. If you allow him to bounce outside, look what happens. He's going to start running away from Big Nine. Look. Right here, Silver is probably a little more than an arm reach away. Now it becomes 2 on. Now it becomes bodies away. Because now you also got to run 12 more yards. Look at where Pop is feeling. If you force him, if you first force Lagway to turn up, you make the tackle easier for him and him. But there's nobody outside of you because Pop is coming to where he should feel inside of you. See, this is team tackling. He's feeling to where he knows, not thinks, he knows you're gonna turn him in. Because you gotta trust your teammate. Now you gotta say fuck. Now Pop has gotta run 9 more yards. Okay. If Silver has A gap and Ripka has B gap, you gotta fill C gap right now. Right? I would think that Dion has B gap, he has C gap, and D Jack has A gap. Can you still hear me, JD? Sound still going? It looks like it's okay on my end. Let me know. Maybe I was too quiet. So if you have C gap, I don't understand why Pop didn't shoot his shot right there. Because the question is, what gap do we have? And I'm not sure. And Silver's getting his ass whipped. We're not creating a new line of scrimmage. I'm going to be fucking totally honest right now. See, this is the stuff that I talk about, y'all. And I'm sick and tired of it. Good, JD. Good, dear. This is shit I'm tired of. If you want to be a dominant player, if you want to be an NFL top 10 player, if you want to be a generational talent, you have to empty the tank every play you're in the game. No plays off. When the play is ran away from you, you just don't fucking quit. See, this is what builds culture. See, when I played in 93, the best players on the defense, Marty Moore, all our corners, Melvin Johnson, Marcus Jenkins. Melvin Johnson didn't fucking take a playoff. Melvin Johnson was the king of friendly fire. John Collins, Zane Bean, did I say John Collins? Didn't take plays off. So it created a culture. When your best players go hard, it's hard for the other players not to go hard. So I'm gonna call it like I see it right now because I'm sick of it. Watch Dion. Silver's getting his ass whooped. Ripker's getting his ass whooped. Dion's high as sky. Come on, man. Now, I'm not gonna lie. It's just split action. I'm gonna say I don't know y'all, cause I'm I don't have the game plan. I'm not sure tight end going across formation to kick out in man on the line of scrimmage to stop him from see. Because what happens is this is what happens. Since I might no, I'm gonna do the whole thing. So what happens, y'all, on defense? If the tackle blocks down, this defensive end usually folds across and he's unblocked. So he can create havoc. Okay. So what happens, a lot of offenses, what they'll do is they block down and they'll seal it off with the tight end backside. So if you know your game plan without one of these guys here pulling two, see, hear me out. Without one of these guys pulling two, you probably know he's going to seal off and it's coming down here. I could be wrong. I'm just riffing on this. But that's sorry ass shit. They carved us up. Second week in a row. That's a big asshole. And Dion's not getting double teamed. Ripker's not being double teamed. The only person being double teamed is the nose. And if it's not for this guy who really brought the wood, this is a problem. Yeah. Good ass play by I love it. Looked like Pop couldn't see the action. Well, that's a problem, A-Dub. Can't get fooled by the candy. You gotta hit your gap. Y'all, you gotta hit your fucking gap. It's really simple as that. I would say this. In this 3-4 scheme, your nose probably has either a gap. They don't probably play the Wade Phillips one where they just penetrate a gap. So the nose is the only one that has either a gap. Go fill your hole, then adjust from there. When you rerun, go fill your hole. If there's somebody that's in your hole trying to block, you go fucking fill your hole and allow the running back not to go in that hole, in that gap. Now, when you have Ripker being tossed to the ground, it's probably not for nothing. Our three worst losses as phase were South Carolina, Vandy, UF. They all had running quarterbacks. Damn, Craig. You ain't lying. Dion standing up for sure. First half, the line standing up and catching blocks. And second half, they was more aggressive. So it depends. I'm not gonna lie. The 3-4, it is not a defense for the defensive lineman. If I'm being honest. The 3-4 is a defense for the two inside linebackers to eat. The defense requires that you have double teams and no one can get to the linebackers. Well, that time they got to the linebackers. Right? You have five offensive linemen for 3 defensive linemen. You need double teams so the linebackers can flow to the hole. If they can single block your front 3, it's a problem for the 3-4 because then if you think about it, from a standpoint, I'm gonna see if I can draw it. If you think about it from a standpoint of here, right? Normally you have a nose. I hate this program because of this. The other program was better. You have a nose, you have a 4-eye, and you have a 4-eye, and you have backer. So inherently right now, if you can block here, you can block here, you can block here, these guys can get straight up to the linebackers. Easy peasy. Right? But if there's got to be a double team, now the linebackers can flow before they get off of the double team. That's the advantage. If they don't have to double team, it's a bitch. If they have to double team, now the linebackers can eat. It's clear gaps. That's simplicity's sake. But that's why the 3-4 requires, like when we had Big Q, they had to double team the nose. They had to double team the nose. And when you have to double team the nose, then one of these linebackers is going to be able to eat. Right? He's going to be able to flow. Now, if you got a nose in a tackle or in whatever you want to call it, has to be double teamed. Now, both linebackers should be able to flow. So, y'all. Damn, I'm 13 minutes for that shit. So I said earlier, and look, these things hit me when I watch it even more. The more you watch, the more you see. Because I just talked about this route a minute ago with Bush. They ran an out curl. All right. Let me help y'all out with this. This is why. Good night, John. This is why IQ is so important. This is why route recognition is so important. This is why understanding concepts is so important. This is why understanding the fucking weakness of the damn defense is a problem. All right, John. You have a good night, brother. You know how you watch a game and you wonder why X player did that? Oh man, how did he know that this was gonna happen? It looked like he knew the fucking playbook. Or it looked like he knew what the play was. Or man, it's amazing how he reacts. I just diagrammed some plays that I wish Bush would run. Arrow, slant. Arrow, curl. These are concepts that's older than me. All right. This is why I'm saying this, y'all. This is why I'm saying this. And this is a difference between playmakers. and guys who almost make plays. This is different between PBUs and INTs. All right. I'm going to go through this. I already know what the play is, but I'm going to go through this like you should think about in the game. 2nd and 5. Whatever they call this formation, double, we call it H-back or sniffer, double sniff, double H. All right. You know right now, as I'm looking at the coverage, that he's buzzing to the flats. Now, I think it's quarter halves. Personally, I think it's cover 4 here, cover 2 here. Conceptually, I don't think, everybody runs these wrinkles. All right. If it's quarters, once tight end goes out, you know he's buzzing the flat. So therefore, there is no deep responsibility. The way we were taught is once that happens, he brings you to the curl. Right now, you should be looking at 1 curl, 2 went out. What else is you? Whom else are you responsible for? There's no. I want people to understand. This side of the field has been ripped like a piece of paper. This side of the field is non-existent for that safety. I'm going to make it this non-existent. These people don't exist. They don't exist. So, all you worried about is this number 1 and this number 2. This is the great thing about it. When you know and understand the scheme to the highest level, not to the introductory level, to the highest level, to the level that PhD level. So once he goes out, there's nobody else that can beat you deep, because if he goes deep, he's going to be over the top. So right now, read quarterback, get in a better stance. Don't be so tall. You look, and now I am screaming right there. I'm screaming right there. Because what else can they run? All they can do is throw something to him. He's the only guy I have to worry about. If you scream to him, watch the false steps. 2 has already gone out. He hopped, step, that right foot step back, shoulders up. That's a pick 6, y'all. You don't get many opportunities like that. You don't get many opportunities like that where you're in the perfect spot, you read, you just hesitate. That's a pick 6. But now that I'm watching it in, as I saw, this is the easy concept. I wanted to help you out of what the quarterback read. See, as a quarterback, right now, pre-snap, you got one guy to read. And this is how defenses can get you in trap coverages. You are reading this guy. That's who you're reading. You're reading that guy. All right? If he sits back, you throw the arrow route. If he drives the arrow route, you throw the hitch. It's a simple read. You're not looking at your receivers. You're not looking at anybody but him. So watch. Lagway gives an easy read. He sees Childress go out. Once he sees that, he throws the ball. See, that's how interception happened, because he's reading that one guy and he's like, that should be open. But now we had 2 good drives. I'm going to say this. This is a damn good drive by JQ. Front hand comes off the ball. He's already progressing there. Watch. No wasted step. Shit, he should have picked it. But he went for the damn tackle. Dude, JQ hits him before the ball's there. In theory, that's contact. Ball, I don't know if I think Ty hit it, maybe. I think so. But if JQ has such a good reaction, if he comes on the inside, I think he can pick it. Now, this play bothers me. I'm going to tell y'all this. First of all, I don't think it's a sound coverage. I'm saving this for y'all. First of all, it's not sound coverage. This is why it's not sound coverage, because what happens? Because we only bring in 3. We're not bringing 6 where the ball's got to come out. So if both of these, and then we ran this on 2 big plays, if both of these guys are squatting, what happened if he runs a vertical and he runs a vertical? Who has 2 vertical if the corner has him vertical? So for me, this is not a sound coverage, because who has 2 vertical if one is vertical? Okay, because if it was a read on 2 being vertical, these guys will look at 2, because you can't look at 1. That's only the cornerback situation. See, the cornerback can read 2 to 1, because he can say if 2's vertical, I got to get to 1. That's quarters coverage. If 2's vertical, I'm man-to-man on 1, because the safety's gonna be man-to-man on 2. But if 2 is vertical and 1 is vertical, that means that corner is in a bind. That means that corner has to cover 2 guys deep. And if he swings it, and if he goes vertical, we in a bind. Because, like I always say, this side of the field is taken care of by the corner and the safety over there. Okay? So there's no help from this side, especially when it's trips. Normally trips, sometimes the backside safety will help. But since it's doubles with a trips, it's not empty, it's not trips, but it's doubles with the running back lineup to that. I don't know if you want to call it strongest balance formation. I'm gonna call it weak because it's to the boundary. If the running back is lined up weak, doubles, you definitely ain't gonna get any help. So, explain to me what happens if they run double vert with both of these guys sitting. he has, in my opinion, if I'm looking at this right, this is what I see, y'all. He's spying. He has no zone concept. Ty Bryan has hook. He has curl. But who has that? Now, with that said, though, when one sits, corner's got to get over two. And I don't know why JQ is worried about this guy so much. I also don't understand why JQ, in this situation, knowing the strength and weakness of the defense, why am I looking at him? I look at the quarterback. You can see two through looking at the quarterback. It's zone fucking coverage. It's not man. So since you looked at him, now you have lost relationships with him. Because you would have saw his release and been like, oh shit, I gotta get inside. That's the first problem. If this is your concept, and this is why you gotta have a fucking IQ. Boy, we haven't gotten fucking past 2 minutes. You can ask my guys in high school when we run cover 3 and it's doubles. They will tell you right now that you line up inside because if they do this, you got to help on that seam route. That's a longer throw. This is a shorter throw. Oop. That's a shorter throw. Protect that first. Make them throw the long one, and then we will have to rally and make a play. I've had multiple guys drop this one in 3 years. Multiple guys drop it, but they were there. You have to line up inside because you have to play to the weakness of the fucking defense. The weakness of the defense is if they run 4 verts, is this. Even if the defense is not sound, because what they did was, watch, Lagway wants to throw the ball this way. But we got that shit hemmed up. Ain't nobody open. Not open. Not open. He can throw it there, but we got 2 guys here. A third. Throw it here, he shouldn't get a first down. So this side of the field is locked down. All right. Now he rolls out a little bit. And for some reason, JQ is not there. I don't want to hear no shit about the other side of the field. That's the fucking defense. You gotta run it. You gotta run it. Our eyes are bad. We are late to react. And it fucking leads to a damn big ass play. So fucking soft, man. So fucking soft. All right, y'all. I'm gonna stop at midnight because I'm getting sick of this. All right. So Silver's being double teamed now. Dion takes the double team off. So now Silver has to make that tackle. He just has to. Whiff. Doesn't make. He falls forward 5 yards. It's probably 2nd and 5. Oh, 2nd and 6. They just whipping our ass. They just whipping our ass. They just whipping our ass. The effort level is just shitty. I'm trying to figure out where the I'm this is ah nobody's done this. Remind me of Coach Archer, and he telling one of my former teammates he does this, just this, and he's doing it just like I'm doing it. He's just going back and forth. He's just going back and forth, just like this, just going back and forth, just going back. Then he said, "You want to go to the fucking NFL? That's not for fucking long. NFL not for long." Man, look, Deion and Ox. Just watch. Just watch. Where the fuck is Ox going? And Deion just gave up. There's no fight. Deion has that gap. I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to stand up and just stop. All right. I want y'all to see. Pop wrong arms this because he's supposed to spill it. D-Jack is supposed to go there. Right? But since he spills it, but since Ox ass get washed all the way, not that far, across the formation, there's a hole. Watch. Watch where D-Jack goes. That's his hole. Ox is right there. He's inside the hash. Ox gets washed outside the hash. And he probably supposed to be right there. Got our ass whooped, y'all. Got our fucking ass handed to us yet again. I don't know where Ox was this game. Don't know what he was thinking. Don't know what he was doing. Don't know what happened in his life. Because I just want y'all to understand. Things happen. Deion gets penetration and he wrecks this play here. All right? Because this is why penetration wrecks the play. All right. You saw the play earlier where the tight end went backside and kicked out the end guy on line of scrimmage. It was J.J. Weaver. If Ox doesn't get penetration, that guy is coming for Afari. But since Ox, he killed the blocker. He killed number 8. That's not number 8's guy. That's that guard's guy. A tackle. They in heavy. That's a lineman. They in 6 offensive linemen. That's this guy blocking down. Which, you know what someone told me? Coach Chandler told me he doesn't like when you got to block two gaps down. Because I was showing him some options. Now I get it. That's 1 gap. That's 2 gaps. He can't get to Deion. Because he can't get to Deion, he allows number 8. He doesn't allow 8 to get to Afari, and that's a tackle. That was caused by Deion. Getting that gap, getting penetration. That's good. Now this is strain and doing your job. Y'all, this is the hardest play to defend. This is so hard. It is very difficult. All right? You got action going that way, action going that way, action going that way. And this guy to sneak out and come here, usually these guys flow too much, and that's an easy pass. This is an NFL play that works all the time. Look at number 8, number 17. They all go to the field. Number 6 goes away. And look at that tight end. Just look at him. I want you to watch what he's doing. He blocks down. He sneaks. But these two guys stay home. Unbelievable. I'm going to shit you not. That's a hard play. They stay home. Look at where DJ looking. He's looking this way. He wants this because that's option one. And we do a damn good job of doing our job. So now he's got to go front side, and now we're done. Now, remember how I was talking about how Ty Bryant didn't close the gap, right? Ty Bryant didn't close the gap. Watch how Afari closed the gap. Turn them inside. Look who's inside. But then he makes a damn good tackle. Close the fucking gap. Look, it's hard to make a cut when the gap is closed, right? He couldn't give him that little right there because the gap is closed. Close the fucking gap, and now let's play ball. Miss him. If you're going to miss him inside. Don't allow him to run another 17 yards that way, away from everybody else. Cut him in. Great job by far. 3rd and go. Now we're fucking luckier than lucky. I am not happy with the softness of these corners. Watch number 6. He's at the top of the route. We are very lucky in this situation. Top of the route, no strength at the top of the route. Why are we not jamming him? Why is he jamming us? Why is he more aggressive on us than we on him? We should be fucking knocking his ass out right now. It's college, y'all. You can jam him anywhere down the field. Knock his ass out. But no, he's going to be the aggressor and push off. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown, y'all. Dion does a great job, which I'm trying to figure out, does he have contain? He does a great job of getting his hands up, and we are fortunate because that's a touchdown. Damn cornerback is weak as shit at the top of the route, and that's a touchdown. That's a precursor for the rest of the fucking game. Soft shit. All right, man. DSK, I said this in the cut up. I'm just saying, y'all, when you slow to the hole, fast out, there's a cut right here, but behind 54. Behind 54. Might be a touchdown. Is it possible Brad White is a tape studying savant? His worst game came against true freshmen. No, what happens is he started to trust these corners too much and man, and they disappointed him. We play a lot of single high safeties, and we gave up the middle a lot, and those corners could not do what they did against Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin is befuddled. He does not understand how this is the same group of corners. He's befuddled. The only pass they got on Ole Miss were from the safeties. But with this, if he slow in, fast out, I know the angle's bad. I want you to understand. This is 54. That's Mincy. Watch how they wash the line all the way out. But right here, that's Florida guy falling to the ground. There's another Florida guy hemmed up. Now, I can't see how much space it is. I could be fucking living in La La Land. But I'm just saying, and there's no problem with what he did because that's a hole too. But if he hit here, there's nobody out there. It's not dark, peanut butter. See, y'all think it's the player, it's the scheme. It didn't matter if it was dark or if it was whoever the backup is. Doesn't matter if it was Mertz or Lagway. They run. The scheme is the scheme. The players, and it wasn't. I don't know, man. I know y'all. I know you're looking for answers, peanut butter. I if I would say this is what I'll say. If if the players showed a high IQ in every game, then I would say it's them. So you think Billy Napier outcoached us? Yeah, that outcoached thing, man, it's crazy. So you think Mark Stoops outcoached Lane Kiffin? You think Mark Stoops outcoached Kirby Smart? You think Clark Lee, who hasn't won what more than 4 or 5 games, outcoached Mark Stoops? Or do you think that the players just played better on that day? Florida O line did bully all D line for most of the game. That's for sure. That's like what that's the hard part, man. That's the hard part. That's what people have to understand, in my opinion. Yeah. If you think Lane Kiffin is a great coach, if you think Kirby Smart is a great coach, how the hell did we beat one and almost beat the other? Do you think Sam Pittman is a better coach than? Do you think Sam Pittman outcoached Lane Kiffin? Not Lane Kiffin. Josh Heupel. Like, I don't know, man. It's hard for me because I've been in situations where we were coached all week to do a certain thing and we didn't do it in the game. I was also coached by my freshman year, and y'all heard me say this. We played Florida. We ran 2 coverages, and I think we ran 2 blitzes, 2 fucking coverages and 2 blitzes. Had 6 interceptions. Do you think we outcoached Steve Spurrier or peanut butter? The players, when the lights turn on, they short circuit. So I'm gonna tell you this, peanut butter. 2 plays that I always talk about that are at the top of my list. Coach Archer called a run blitz in 1994. It was the perfect call. One of the linebackers went in a wrong gap. The running back ran it in that gap. Since we were man to man, the running back hit his helmet on the goalpost. Everybody did their job. There was no gaps open. He actually cut back. If 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 was a fifth, but if that linebacker goes in his hole, either he would have got ran over, but it would have allowed us time to react, and he wouldn't have scored. But he fucking scored. Another play against Florida in the swamp. Florida love to motion Fred Taylor out to try to get in zone coverage. If you have a wide receiver, but this is kind of shit. Too big. Make it smaller. I think they had a tight end here. I think. See, it doesn't matter. It had quarterback, two backs. So you have a corner here, you have a backer here. And what they would do, they'll motion Fred Taylor out and make the corner bump. So now you got a situation with at that time, Florida had Jock Green, Ike Hilliard, who's the other guy? Green, Hilliard. Can't even think of the other guy. They had three top-notch receivers. So this was Jock Green. What was the other receiver name? All right. So in practice, we said corner's gonna stay. Linebacker is gonna widen out with Fred Taylor. That was a game plan for the week. We ran Riddell Anthony. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Kendrick. Damn, I could not think of Riddell. All right. That was the game plan of the week. That is totally different from what we would run on a normal basis. But that week, that was the fucking adaptation to the team. We ran this concept in practice over and over again and never fucked it up. Until we got to the game. And what happened is this corner widened, the linebacker came over Jock Green. They ran option route, touchdown. So, peanut butter. For all that you saying, the defense either got food poisoning or the coaches made them think they were going to see something that didn't happen. See, I don't know because I'm not there. But I know from past experiences that even though you're coached to do something during the week, some guys, there's a force field inside that 53 and a third by 120-yard field rectangle that sometimes short circuits the brain waves. And they do shit that they're not coached to do. I've seen it. I've been there with my own two eyes. So that's why it's hard for me to go that route, peanut butter. That's why it's hard. See, I have found out over a decade after my football days that some guys didn't read the game plan. Exactly. They look confused because maybe they didn't read the game plan, peanut butter. See, that's why it's hard. See, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Shit, we still in the first quarter. Oh no, usually is a hard word. They looked like that last week. Being a college athlete is extremely difficult. I don't care what major you in. Being a college athlete is extremely difficult. Being a college athlete away from your family, and if there's any stresses at home, it becomes really difficult. It becomes a situation where there can be distractions. I'm not gonna lie. Been in a situation. There can be distractions. Um, and it's hard to handle. For me, for me, football was actually my safe haven. It was my um it was kind of my alter ego because I don't I don't know, football brings something out of me that is not normally me. I am a functioning introvert. I hate people. I just be honest with you. I hate people. Um if you know me, you will understand that yeah, he's probably right. I'm very poor communicating, keeping in touch. I'm to myself. Um, a lot of people are shocked when they hear that. I don't like talking to people. I don't. If I don't have to interact, I won't do it. But when I need to interact, I will be the best that I can be at it. So, um, sometimes things happen, and sometimes like I don't think I show the Ox play. I'm gonna show you a play where Ox wouldn't fucking do this, and it's like, why do you do that? I don't know. I don't know why he did it, but he did it. I'm not. That could be a factor, peanut butter. That family and friends. It could be. I don't know. There are a lot of things that pull. I would say this, right? Isn't this kind of the end of the first quarter? Maybe there were some bad grades coming out. I know I shouldn't say that because student athletes. I'm not sure. Frank Barone from Everybody Look. Yeah, I'll be. Yes, I remember that. I'll be all right if it were not for people. You're right, JD. I'm dead serious. I don't think. Look, here's the thing, and this is the crazy part about it. There is not a lot out there about me because I'm not out there. Like you can ask A Dub. A Dub probably sleep now. Like I didn't go out. I'm just trying to. You have never seen me at a party at Kentucky. At my time at Kentucky, I was in a couple places. I was either in the computer lab, I was in the library, or I was with my girlfriend at that time. Them are the only three places you can find me at those three places all the time. When I moved off campus, I was either at my apartment or at the facility. Oh, I forgot, or at the facility. Either I was watching film, I was studying, I was with my girlfriend. That's it. That's it. That was the that's me. I'm that's the introvert. So you don't know what's going on with these kids in their lives. It's hard, man. Now, if you just going to school to be a football player, it's not hard. But you still gotta make grades somehow, some way. Either someone's taking your classes for you and doing your tests, or you. If you just there to be a football player, then it's easy. But still, there are other things that's pulling at these kids at home. All right, shit, man, this is the first offensive play. These are easy, but y'all here to get the rundown. So for everybody, for the people who thought of the O line, dude, the O line whipped their ass early. Look at that. Look at that. Pin and pull. Look at the pin and pull. Block down, block down, pull, pull. Now, I don't know how Mincy made this block. Number 90, whatever, just came to him. I mean, I guess Dingle pushed him to him. Dude, that is fuck, dude. This is so fucking pretty. Look at the pull. Look at the guard and tackle backside. Kick out, seal. That's pretty. That's O-line pouring there. He doesn't get hit. He doesn't get touched. 10 yards down the field. 10 plus yards down the field. That might be 12. Great shit, man. See, now the problem is, now we got to stay ahead of the chains. So with this, we got to get that block, Cox. All right, y'all. We got to get that block. If Cox can go out there and kick him out, we get, I don't know, 8, 10 yards? At least 6. 2nd and 4, it would be a whole lot better. Oh. This is just a great play by their D lineman. Because this is open. He just hits the ball. I don't know what you can do. That's just a great play. Because Dane is wide open. He just made a play. JD, he's on 2 bad wheels. Well, shit, who's the backup? That would make sense now. Oh, how long he's been on 2 bad wheels, JD? Since week 2? Now, this is why I fucking hate listening to fucking analysts. I turned it on for a couple plays. One by mistake, this one by mistake, the other one on purpose. Dylan Ray? Oh shit, JD, for a bit. Well, fucking play Dylan Ray. I'm sorry. All right. And here's the thing. Aaron Murray was a pretty good quarterback. But that's why I want y'all to understand that even these fucking quarterbacks don't understand coverages to a T. Because I'm sick of quarterbacks talking about cover 2 and not understanding the difference between cover 2 and the difference between cover 2 read. There's a lot of fucking quarterbacks that don't fucking get it. A lot. Now, the only thing is, as a quarterback, you don't have to know all of it. All you gotta do is know who to read. But them fuckers be saying some shit that pisses me off. So he said that Dingle shouldn't have been moving away. Yes, he should. He's trying to move away from this guy. He doesn't know what this guy is doing. He's moving away from the guy who's the immediate threat. It's just he didn't catch the fucking ball. That's not a bad ball. Catch the fucking ball. He's got to move away from him. Now, there is a point where he needs to, in all honesty, probably stop. But he has to move away from him. Y'all, we had several instances where we pinned Florida inside the 10-yard line and couldn't fucking make shit happen. This defense is just not playing well. Now, I'm going to show y'all something. I want y'all to remember this. Remember what Childress does. All right? Remember that. Remember that play. All right, this is the ox play. So now, riddle me this, y'all. When has a defensive lineman, when have you seen a defensive lineman? When have you seen a defensive lineman dropping the coverage on 2nd and 5? When have you seen that? Auburn is good, man. Auburn can't get out of its own way. Let's just say that. Watch what Ox does on a snap. Shit. Y'all, watch what Ox does on the snap, y'all. Watch what Ox does on the snap. Normally I say 99% sure. I'm 100% sure that Stu doesn't teach this technique. In the game, I was wondering why there was such a soft corner there. What did I just do? I was wondering why there was such a soft corner there. And when I saw the tape, I'm like, ain't that a bitch? Dude, where are you going? Oh, Peanut Butter said somebody told him to do that. Shut the hell up, Peanut Butter. No one teaches a defense a four tech. No one teaches a four. Well, he's a 5 now. No one. Oh, because we went to even man front. No one tells a four tech on down block to backpedal. I'm gonna tell you what normally they tell you to do. Not normally. This is fucking 101 defense. When that guy blocks down, you don't get that far up the field. You squeeze the hell out of it. JD, I don't fucking know. See, that's why. See, these kids are human. We're all human. We do stupid shit. I've done some stupid shit. I didn't do a lot of stupid shit, but I did do stupid shit before. Not like this, but I did something. Peanut Butter. See, I don't understand why y'all as fans can't understand that kids do things they're not fucking coached to do. I don't get how y'all look. I'm gonna say this. And this is in high school. So in high school, I'm responsible for kickoff. I told all guys, you got to line up inside 5 yards from the ball. I told all guys we had a problem week 1 of being offside. So I told them, you have to wait until the kicker completely pass you before you turn and start the run. So we went through 2 or 3 weeks of not being offsides. And then lo and behold, this week, guys stopped doing it. They're not coached to not do that, but they fucking do it. So you said you think he did that naturally. I don't know what you mean by naturally. I know that he fucking made a decision to do that on his own. I don't know if that's a naturally thing or that's I don't know what it is, but I guarantee you that everybody else didn't do it, but he did it. What made him do it? when you got a block down and two big nasties coming at you. Even let's just say he was taught to take a step back. But when you see two big nasties coming, where the fuck are they coming for? No fucking sense. That's fucking amazing. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see this. He does not have this play. He has quarterback. I guarantee you he has quarterback. I'm 100% sure he has quarterback. Look what he does. All right. Just remember that. I want y'all to see something else. All right. Number 3 motions. So, in this instance right now, he has number 3. When he motions, they rock and roll. He has number 3. And he's going to play single high man under safety. All right? I want you to, this is just precursors to what's coming. So he has him man to man, outside leverage. He never adjusts to the inside release. He never adjusts to the inside release. He doesn't close the fucking gap. Look where he is. He's about a yard inside the hash. He stays a yard inside the hash. When this guy inside release, you have to mirror him. You cannot go this way. See the natural gap? See that gap? How big of a fucking gap there? That's about a 3-yard gap, y'all. You ain't winning with that. Now, what happened is we are so fortunate we get a little pressure and there's an errant pass. But I want you to see this. Fuck, I keep doing this. Ugh. I'm so upset. Uh-oh. Where are we? Yep, let's pass that. Here it is. All right. I want y'all to remember this play. Watch how far off JQ is. He's in fucking man. Yeah, JD, I've had new software for a minute now. It's been a few weeks. Look how far away. I got an updated laptop too. Look how far away JQ is from that guy. Look how far away he is. All right? Precursor. All right? So bottom of the number to the sideline is 7 yards. He's about 4 yards away from that, 3 yards minimum away from that receiver. All right? Remember that. Remember that shit. Third and 6. Excellent job. Excellent job by Lovett. A really damn good job by Lovett. Shitty job right here. Oh my God. Watch that key. You have inside leverage. If he throws to number 3, that's a touchdown. We got fortunate that we had pretty good pressure and he has to get the ball out of his hand, and that's the read he made. But look down, dude, that's a win by number. That's a touchdown, all right? Now I want you to look up top. You got inside leverage. Watch this guy up there. If he had time, he's beat too. Thanks, JD. He's beat too. I want y'all to remember that. See, because what happens is these guys up in the press box, they see this shit. They see all that. All of it. O-line was not top 5 reasons why we lost this game. Not even close. Look at DSK, man. Like I said earlier, this guy deserves better. Because he's brought it every week. He's brought it every week. How many if I stopped it right here, how many yards do you think DSK got? Now we had 3rd and 2. And all damn O-line. Now that's what you can blame. Now that is a problem, the O-line, the fucking stupid penalties. Wide open. I'm gonna go over this again. What you said 2-4, JD? I was talking about Florida offense that looked different. Okay. Wood had a great PFF grade. That PFF shit, I can't. Y'all, I don't understand how you can grade a game, every player, without knowing the offense, defense, or scheme, or exactly what the call was or what their responsibility was. I can't see how you can do it. I don't know how you can do it. I just can't see how you can give a fucking grade. Oh, 2 yards. Yeah, that's it's shit. I thought he would get 1. Yeah, you said 1 or 2. Yeah, 1 yard tops. 2 maybe. All right. So this is I did the cut up on this. This is what I do. This is high level quarterback identification. I realized that I was so fortunate, y'all. I realized this about 15 years ago. How fortunate I was to have great coaches from day one. I have not had a horrible coach. I had one that I can't stand right now, but not. I had coaches who were teachers, especially my first tackle football coach. I was introduced to high level quarterbacking at the age of 8. Now, obviously, it was age appropriate, so to speak, but high level. So, this is what I want y'all to understand. When I got to high school, my last OC, high level, high school level quarterbacking. The information that I was given was immense. Now, the other part that I realized is I also was able to process it and take it in. I'm realizing that now. I thought everybody could, but obviously they can't. Everything I can recall. I can recall a lot of shit. So I can recall plays right now from high school. So I can recall. So lesson. And this is, I'm going to say the other thing that helped me too, is I literally played both sides of the ball with high level coaching. My defense in high school, we ran every fucking thing. Not everything. We ran a lot of coverages. We didn't just run one coverage. We ran multiple coverages. And so here's the deal. So I know from a quarterback standpoint, when I got on the other side of the ball, I'm like, oh, I see what y'all fucking doing. Yeah, y'all can't fucking fool me. This is that shit. You might as well not do this, bro, because I know what you're doing. All right. If we're in doubles, and tight end corner. All right. As a quarterback, when I see this guy here, when I see this guy here in the middle of the field, I'm automatically thinking either they're going to run cover 3 zone, or they're going to run single high, man under. Those are, to me, the only 2 options right now. Single high, they got to run cover 3 or man under. Boom. Hear me out. So, if they are going to run man to man, if they're going to run man to man, this guy here would not be lined up right there. He would be lined up at least pressed on the receiver or inside leverage on the receiver. Since he is faking a blitz, that eliminated one man. Because if he's going to blitz, Dane is wide open. Okay? So right now, if they're in man free, he has him. It all makes sense right now. He will have him. He would not have him from that position. It's impossible for him to cover. So I know right now they're in some type of cover 3 concept. So in cover 3 concept, I know he has deep third. I know he has deep third. I know somebody in this scrum, I don't know which one, is going to venture off to curl flat. I know someone going to get the hook. I know someone backside going to get the curl flat. I know someone backside going to get in the hook. So right now, I'm looking for that hook defender. That's the guy I'm looking for. I want y'all to understand the thought process. I'm looking for a hook defender. Where's the hook defender? And where is he going? Hook defender. Hook defender. I'm like, okay, is he widening or is he staying inside? If he widens, I'm throwing the 9. If he stays inside, I'm throwing, 9. If he stays inside, I'm throwing the 6. What does the hook defender do? Once he drops out, he goes to 9. Because this guy's got to go that way. I'm going to say this. That's also reps and reps and reps and reps of playing quarterback. But also, once I stop playing quarterback or playing defense, the cheat code is, for me now as an onlooker, I know what defensive coordinators want to appear like what's happening. I know what they say because I've been in the fucking room. I know what they want to give you the appearance of. I've been in a room. But it's no way that they can be a man with this guy inside of Dame. So I know right now they're in zone. And if they're in zone, I know right now who to look for. And he's looking down the barrel. He's looking down the barrel. He's looking. He just makes the wrong decision. That guy goes towards Dame. You got to adjust and throw the 9. If Mertz didn't get injured, they fucking beat us by more. Who is 50, 55? 55? Who is 55, y'all? Can someone tell me who 55 is? I don't need to look it up because I'm already. I saw him a lot in this game. I should have looked this. Look, that's not Matthews, is it? Is it Matthews 45? Who is that? I can't see. Someone tell me who 55 is, please. $55 got. It is Matthews. I thought Okay, I'm getting my number. So Matthews played a lot, and I don't know why he's dealing with that receiver when that offensive tackle blocked down. He should be squeezing. He should be squeezing this block right there. But then he gets up the field and opens up a natural hole. Because 89 should have been blocking him. But since he goes upfield, he's out of play. Now he can get to the corner. And now that's a problem. That's a big problem. That's not on the corner of the safety. That's on the outside linebacker. All right, it's easy, y'all. If you look at a game, this ain't 100% of the time, but this is how you simplify things. If I'm the defensive end, outside linebacker, and this guy blocks down, I'm supposed to squeeze. And what squeeze means, I'm supposed to not get up the field. I'm supposed to basically trace. I'm supposed to go right off the butt of that lineman. Because usually what happens is they bring a guy backside to kick you out. Either it's to run something play side or to run a counter back. So you have to squeeze. If you squeeze properly, you can make a lot of plays. So you see that? This is perfect. I didn't even know this was what happened, y'all. See how he squeezed? See how he didn't do that on the last play? So he squeezes. He's in the hole. Now he can go back out. Watch this. Watch this. Now I remember the play. Watch DJ. Watch DJ maintain outside leverage. See, remember the first play when Ty Bryant allowed Lagway to get outside? Watch what DJ does. He plays his leverage. I'm not going to allow you to go and play the sideline. That's beautiful football. Okay, they just got us on this. They just blocked this. That's a hard one when you slant and you change your responsibility. They got us on that one. Remember those plays I showed you earlier? Remember those 2-3 plays I showed you earlier? Where this guy crashes? Oh, as an OC, I'm gonna let you get your couple plays. I'm gonna let you get. I'm not gonna change it after the first one. I want to see if this is what you're gonna do. The entire game or two, I change it up on you. So they allow him to flow and make the tackle on this guy like 3-4 times already. Okay, now Now we understand what you're doing. You know what we're going to do? When I need it the most, I'm going to pull it. When you don't handle your job, people are going to take advantage. Good job by JQ coming up on that one. Not 2nd and 5. Oh, no, young buck. No. Yo, I learned this under fire. Don't try to make this tackle by yourself. The best thing for you to do. See, for me, I tell my high schoolers, don't be afraid to miss tackles. As long as you miss a tackle the right way, I will never get mad at you. So right here, if Terrian would have went for that outside leg and forced them back inside, that's all I can ask you to do. Your other brothers got to help you out. The great thing about it is he missed them inside, right? Again, it's simple math. That's not a bad miss. If he missed inside and allowed this guy to go outside, he scores. He scores. I'm not mad at you. Because what happened is you made him turn inside, right? And what happened is your brothers got him to 3rd and 2. Guess what happened on the next play? Great play by Dam. This is an excellent play by Lovett. Lovett had a pretty good half. Watch him field. Every gap is covered. He shoots his gap. Great ass play. Weaver holds off a double team. Dude, this is great football. Why can't we do this all the time? Throw the fucking ball, Brock. This is bullshit. Throw the damn ball. I don't understand why he won't throw the ball. Throw the ball. Save yourself. I guarantee you that if he throws it to, here's the difference. There's 10 yard difference between him and Dingle. If he gets the ball out of his hands now, Dingle goes at least to the 30. At least. I think he gets to the 35. Because now that 10-yard difference allows the DBs to react 10 yards earlier. Get the damn ball out your hand. The guy was wide fucking open. I don't get it. Someone explain to me why this guy doesn't get the ball more. If you're gonna, like, I'm not gonna go through mine. I said it a couple times. I'm sick and tired of running this jet sweep with Barion Brown. It has not been successful. Put it away. When this play fucking happened, I didn't want to tweet it because I didn't want to be negative. But I said if we have to run a flea flicker to score, that says a lot about where we are as an offense. Love the play, love the call, but that's the only way we can score in the SEC. That's a problem. All right, y'all. I want to show y'all something. A microcosm of this team. These cornerbacks do not squeeze releases. Look how far they are off from the receiver when they're squeezing. They're just too far away. This is an unbelievable job by D-Jack on an over route. He gets under it on Childress, who's fucking beat. D-Jack gets under it. That's an amazing play by an inside linebacker. Our secondary fucking sucked. This is a great break by Nichols. Great break. Foot in the ground, come forward. Now we just got to make the fucking pick. Make the fucking pick, man. Take that. Find a way to get off the field. Good coverage. Now we got to make that sack. I think this is Souls, right? I think this is the one that ran the game. You get that scot-free. See, this is the hardest thing. Right here, you got to start chopping your steps. You got to break down on a scrambling quarterback. You just can't go full speed. I was a scrambling quarterback. All it takes is one little hip move, and you're done. So wait, look at Pop. Oh no, that's a Afari problem. Look at Afari come out of coverage. See how he closes the gap. You gotta close the gap. Great job, man. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Right now, where's my pause button? Right now, I felt good about where we were. Not gonna lie to you. Should have been 7-6. We gave up 2 field goals. The guy in the red zone, deep in the red zone twice. We held on the field goals. Then we scored a touchdown. I'm like, okay, if we score again, let's put points on the board. We're in a rhythm. And I'm like, okay, I like where we are. Bengals first rush, 3rd and 1. And they even show this play. I don't. So now we got a punt. 3rd and 1, y'all. 3rd and 1. We had to punt. Let me look up something real quick. Real quick, y'all. Because I'm interested to see what was our average 3rd down distance. And I didn't look it up earlier. So let me see. Trying to find a game, y'all. There we go, Florida. Third down. Advanced stats. 3rd down. Average 3rd down was 3rd and 5. Want y'all to understand. This is shitty. Shit, honestly. Florida was 1 for 5. On 3rd and short, 1 to 4, we were 1 for 4. Florida was 1 for 5. That's incredible. Because what it says, Florida was 1 for 7 on 3rd and long and 3rd and short. They were 5 for 5 for 3rd medium. That's stupid. That makes no sense. 3rd and 5 to 8. Florida was 5 for 5. 100%. On 3rd and 5 or 8. That's a down that defense should win the majority of the time. Good tackle by JQ. 2nd and 2. We get a pick. Nope, that's not a pick. I'm sorry. So, y'all. So, we ran this coverage, and they dicked us. right? They ran a sweet same coverage, and now this is JQ or this is JQ. He fucks up again. You don't fuck up twice, y'all. You just don't, man. It's the same coverage with the same route concept, and you didn't learn from the first time. Make it make sense. Same coverage, same play. You do the exact same thing. Makes no sense. All right. I don't understand why we don't live with this once every other series. Just to see if they adjust. Just to see if they would adjust. That's a miss. Easy pitch and catch, which he normally makes that though. That's a miss. Now we're getting 3rd and 5. Down the score. 1 possession. And that's a miss. He's wide open. That's a first down. He's wide open. He throws it behind him. That's a first down, y'all. So they pick it. The same reason Peanut Butter why they couldn't tackle DSK. Second and 3. This is the pick. Now we get a pick. Now, right now, I'm like, change momentum. Stay outside, Christian. Do not turn the ball back. Do not turn in. Do not go. Stay on the sideline the whole time. Because you got guys coming from inside out. If he would have went back to the sideline right now, he scores. If he would have went to the sideline right now, he scores. He has no shot. He scores. I promise you. If he turns back this way, he scores. Big 65 turns again. If he went to the sideline, he scores. He walks in. He walks in. Now, these fucking plays, I don't get. Not one fucking one of them. Because it's the same shit. It's the same shit. We're going to run quarterback lead, or power, whichever want to call it. Then we're going to sub, and we're going to run quarterback lead, power the other way. Which, if he gave the ball to Barion Brown scores. If he gives the ball to Barion Brown, right here, guys don't know what's being ran. He gives the ball to Barion Brown right there, he scores. No one reacts to outside. This guy is in man-to-man. This guy's in man-to-man. That's one-on-one blocking. Barion Brown scores. He walks in. I want you to look at this 3rd down coming up and go. Look at the look where DSK. I saw that, man. That was bad. That was bad. Because they had but JD, the thing about it, you are right. Here's the thing. They are on the 2-yard line right now. The thing about it, that black line shows, I think when it comes up. No, it shows on the 2. I'm wrong. They right. DSK at least got to the 1. He got to the 1. You're right. They put it back at the 2. The ball is back at the 2. You're right. Probably 2.5. And here's my problem. All right, y'all. Here's my problem. Now, later in the game, when they allow Florida to push their guy ahead, right? DSK right here If they allow him to push, he gets a first down right there. That's the first down. You're right, JD. That's bullshit. They basically got nothing on third down. I'm gonna show you what JD is talking about. So y'all can see that's the 2-yard line, little outside the 2-yard line. The third down play, the ball, this line here is 3 yards. It's inside the 3-yard line because had his feet on the 3. So he's really on the 2. So like JD is saying, basically, they might have marked us back a couple inches, which is easy. His knee, let me show you. His knee is down there. There. His knee is down there. The ball is at the 1-yard line. See that? Knee is down, ball is at the 1. That knee is down right now. And this is the 3-yard line. He's inside the 2 with his body, and the ball is right there. So, JD, you're right, man. Yeah. And we have replay. So, in essence, that would have been a first down if the ball is marked properly. This is so much bullshit, y'all, right here. It is I don't know, one of the worst spots I've ever seen. So when nope, JD, that's not the worst spot. The spot that gave him the touchdown later on in the game is worse than that. Yes, that's a bad spot, but there's a worse spot later in the game. Y'all, they're on the 1-yard line. Dion is being single blocked. He's been single blocked. Come on, man. Come on. JD, you're right. I there's nothing I can say with that one, brother. I already talked about this, that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But remember I said earlier about the distance away from the receiver? This is, again, the cornerback being too wide of the receiver and them toasting us over and over and over in the first half. Yeah, JD, that makes no sense. I mean, Mark did call a timeout. Did he call a timeout after the Mark? No, JD. We did call a timeout. We call a timeout after the third down. We call a timeout after the third down run. Because Mark was asking, can you review it? And they were like, no, or something. We call a timeout. I'm 1,000% sure because it was. Yes, we call a timeout. Let me see. See, I can go back now, JD. Let's see. No, he called a timeout after 4th down. But we still had 3. Okay, I'm wrong. He didn't call a timeout after 3. He called a timeout after 4. So 2 fucking plays, they get all the way down here. Holding. Oh, what was called? They call a timeout. Great play by J.J. Weaver. See J.J. Weaver turns him in. That's his job. Yeah, they did let the third down play go. You're right. You're right, JD. J.J. Weaver does his job, turns them in. That's all he has to do. Not everybody else got to clean it up. Now we miss a tackle. That's how you play team defense. Now, this is some bullshit. This is horrible. Where is everybody at? Where's the corner at? Bad, man. Bad. I gotta hurry up, y'all. I gotta use the bathroom, so I'm gonna rush through this last part. So, it's bad enough already. 20-6. That's a 14-point swing. Actually, yeah, 14-point swing. We had a touchdown. They touchdown. 14-point swing. And now we do this. And now, you know what? Give me a minute, y'all. Let me go use the bathroom. I'll come back because I need to talk about this. Sorry about that, y'all. But duty calls. All right. So I want y'all to understand that this is how crazy this game is. All right. It was 13-6. It's 13-6. And we're on the 1-yard line. Don't make it. It turns to 20-6 in a heartbeat. And we get the ball back. Then we throw an interception. It turns to 27-6 before you blink. I don't give a damn about the damn kickoff return for a touchdown. That's horrible. You turn this game into something that it shouldn't have been. This game shouldn't have been the way it turned out to be if we fucking handle our business. Damn. So y'all know how it ends in this. And y'all can say the timeout situation. We only had 2 timeouts because we wasted one on the 4th down. So no matter what happens, we were not going to get the damn ball with a lot of time. Stoops. All right, y'all. That's all I got. It's 12:30. We all tired. I'm tired. I'll see y'all tomorrow because this shit just brought up some bad shit. I'm gonna let it ride. I see y'all tomorrow. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is shitty, y'all. I can't handle it. I hope you can't handle it. And I know some of y'all are just hoping for a fire. I don't know what you do to combat this because it's hard, man. All right. You guys have a good rest of y'all morning. I'll see you tomorrow.